Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You just landed on living in Union County. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 things to expect when you're making that big move to the Garden State.
So let's get to it. Hi everyone, I'm Laura, this is Luca. We are the Lestrade team, your relocation experts here in Union County. Luca, tell them what we're doing every single week.
Every single week, we're uploading a video on Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. pretty much talking about Union County, vlogs, map, educational videos. So make sure you're subscribed. You hit that bell so you're notified every single time we upload a video because we're helping so many people relocate here. So we know exactly what you're looking for.
We are also licensed realtors here in the state of New Jersey. So if you guys are looking to relocate, we're going to put our information below. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We are here to help.
So the big reason we decided to make a video like this is because we have a lot of families relocate here, and more specifically from New York City. I think probably like 90% of the people that are coming here are coming from New York City. So we kind of have an understanding, like a first-hand experience of what these families are going through, the struggles they go through and coming through a whole other state basically, and what they really look for and need once they come here and start buying property or whatever they want to do here.
The number one thing that they do look for when looking to relocate is to determine the area. So when it comes to determining the area, since the majority of our clients are from New York, the most important thing for them would be distance, the distance from their job to where they're going to be living here in New Jersey. But the good thing is that a lot of towns here do have an easy commute with transportation. Even if you're not going to be commuting, you still have the affordability of living in New Jersey.
Right, and for those people that do commute, they get the income from New York and the better affordability here, which is 30-40 minutes away. And I feel like the most important thing we need to talk about is the highway system. So we have to go into New York City, the Garden State Parkway. You can take on the 22 and then they'll grant you off to New York. And if you aren't going to New York, there's another form of transportation throughout here. You can even use the Garden State Parkway to take you up north, down south. The 109 is a road here, pretty much is a highway here.
That'll take you everywhere in New Jersey.
Everywhere, and it's the only negative thing about that is that you don't pay tolls, which is great. There's a lot of traffic and a lot of lights. So, you know, that's kind of if whatever part you're living in, if you're gonna be going to New York or staying here, we know that the transportation here is great, and you have trains. You know, like how many towns here in Union County have trains? Like
the majority of them are going to have trains, and some of them are very small, so the distance to the train is always going to be, you know, right there.
Like one of the videos we made in Roosevelt Park, it's like 1.2 miles all around, and wherever you are at, you are 5 minutes away from the train station.
5-minute drive.
So, you know, here in Union County, you have a lot of forms of getting throughout the state.
After determining the area, usually the second part of the process for people who are looking to relocate would be finding the home.
Yeah, and then there's usually 3 different ways people that come down here go about it. Number one is that they actually physically come down here maybe for a week or 2 weeks or a month. And we kind of show you around the area, show you around the town, kind of the highlights. Depending on what you're looking for, is it going to be for commute or for a family? We kind of start narrowing down a few places, top 3 towns that you like. And then we start looking into properties in those towns, start pretty much finding exactly what you want. And that's kind of the most common way that people go about it when buying a house here. And then we go into number 2. Would be all virtual. We had a few sales already that people never came down here. We were on Zoom call throughout the whole process. We take them to Zoom calls around the town. And we actually, like, something we really want to emphasize in this point is that we're brutally honest when we're on those calls. If we see something that's bad, we're going to point it out. If we smell something and we see something in the neighborhood, if there something we don't like about the town, you're gonna know right away. And the last point that that people do is pretty much a mixture of both. We first start the process doing all virtual, show them around the area virtually. Same kind of way that people that's not gonna be coming here is gonna go about it. Once we go on the contract, because not many people know, but when you go on the contract on a property, it's not that you bought it. You still have 45 days to close, or, you know, depending on the situation, but usually it takes around 45 days. So once we're on the contract, you come down here, you see the property for the first time, You still have your contingency time to do your inspection and whatnot, but you actually take you around the area. We'll show you the main topics, main points about that town. And again, the schools, the distance, and whatever you might be looking for.
Familiarize yourself with it.
So to go on to our next point, which is something that not a lot of people consider, is the weather. So number 3 is the weather. And something you have to know is that we do have all 4 seasons here.
And the thing is that for us, we have a very long winter. People relocating from New York already know that. They've already experienced that. But for everybody relocating elsewhere, we have very long winters. And for people that are commuting, you should be ready when it comes to the distance, just because during the winter time here, sometimes these towns, they take longer to clear the roads. The main roads are going to be cleared, but those towns, sometimes they do take like a whole day for the town to clear the roads. So just expect that. For the summer here is very short-lived, but we do have a great time. We do have the Jersey Shore here. There's a lot to do during the summer. So summer here is always great compared to the winter.
But let me say one thing, that in the winter, since we're also still near PA, you do have the mountains and you go snowboarding. So those are like kind of the little perks you do have when the winter's here. But honestly, I hate the snow. We hate the snow. So that's something you also have to be ready when coming down here. You know,
for you guys that have never been to New Jersey, we only have maybe 3 months of summer, okay? So it's very short-lived. As for the springtime here, I mean, we like spring just because we're getting out of that winter weather. Spring is also very short-lived and it rains a lot, depending on where you are. But my favorite time has to be fall.
Yeah, which is right now.
Yeah, it's perfect weather. What are we right now? Like maybe 75 degrees.
Yeah.
The leaves start to change. And fall just reminds me of family.
Yeah.
Because you can go pumpkin picking, apple picking. They have all of that stuff here.
And the cool thing about Union County is that we are near a few farms, 20 minutes away. We go all the time to get apple cider, and we went pumpkin picking last year. So we have everything nearby, which is nice. You know, you get a little bit of everything throughout every season. There's always something to do in Jersey, and that gets us to the next point. Number 4, there's literally always something to do in Jersey. And no matter where you're at, you're going to have something nearby. And you can be near the city, you can be by the beach, you can be by the mountains.
There's farms.
Like there's so many things. And if you're someone that doesn't like any of that, there's a bunch of night lives, you know. And we're only about 20-30 minutes from Hoboken, Jersey City. And you're going to find a lot of things to do there.
Elizabeth too.
There's a strip, a bunch of things to do, a bunch of clubs, lounges. So that's the beauty about Jersey. It's like no matter where you're at in Jersey, you're going to have something to do. You're never going to get bored. And if you get bored in Jersey, you're going to get bored anywhere else because we're really right next to the city.
And speaking of being neighbors with New York, if you're moving to Union County, New Jersey, just expect a lot of diversity. We have a lot of cultures here, a lot of different people, even, you know, a mixture of families coming in, young professionals. It's very diverse here.
And since a lot of people are coming from New York City right now, we're getting that New York City feel, especially towns nearest to New York, Elizabeth, Roselle, Linden, a lot of new development, a lot of younger folks, a lot of,
they're becoming more city-like.
Definitely more city-like. And this is kind of what you're experiencing in Union County. If you are thinking of making that big move here and kind of want to pinpoint exactly where you want to be at, make sure to give us a call. Our number's going to be coming up here any second now. We want to be your right hand coming down here because we know how hard it is to make that big move, especially from a older state. So whatever you need, we want to be here when it's time.
We're here to help.